Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a 600 cost quick match here in the Dijeh, Luio Co type. We're going to be on the map Resort District area, and this is just going to be a quick match here for the narrative Dijeh here. Really just wanted to make this video as a follow-up to the Saturday stream I did last night, where it's a two-part stream, but in both of those parts I used only this suit. Both the level 1 and the level 2 variations. So I kind of wanted to make something that compressed what I said in that stream about this suit. Now that I have played it a few more times than I was able to get before, especially at 650, even after that stream was done, I went back and played a few more 650 matches just to try to get a bit more of a feel for that one. And I do have some things over the 650 that I'll touch up on specifically, but really, for the most part, a lot of what I feel about this suit really relates to both the level 1 and 2 versions. The Luio Co Dijeh here is a 600 and 650 cost raid mobile suit, and it used to be a token pack suit, but now they added it as part of limited missions. So, yeah, really easy to get the level 1 of this suit, and then, getting the level 2, you just gotta do the rest of the limited missions, which again, really aren't too hard to do. But focusing on the Luio Co Dijeh here, I'm going to start off with the positives with the suit. The first thing is the melee. The melee on this suit is really good. That's like the main strength of this. And it's not necessarily just like, being a raid mobile suit, you're obviously going to have good melee damage. No, just in general, its melee is actually really good. On top of, the damage you do just with a base melee, you also have a heavy attack, and then on top of that, you also have the skill Melee Ox, the Melee Ox program skill, where you do more damage to enemies that are toppled over, which pairs well with the heavy attack as well as your basic melee attacks if you get a downswing on somebody and do a follow-up. So the melee is really good. The next thing I want to talk about is the Searchlight. Now, the Searchlight just acts kind of like the Dom's Flash Beam. It's pretty similar to that. But when it comes to the Dijeh Luio Co type here, I do think the Flash feels way more consistent than it does with, like, the Doms and, like, even, like, the Flash Grenade as well. I don't know, something about this one just always felt more consistent. At 650, there was definitely a bit of a discrepancy because of more suits having shields. So I think, at 600, there's not really a lot of suits that use shields. That might be playing into it a little, but even then, I feel like the range that it has as well is also really good. You can get a stun on somebody from a pretty good distance, so it does have some strengths with that there. And then the beam rifle, I really like the beam rifle in concept, how you have an instant stun, you can charge it to get the double burst. I really like that. And then the Vulcans, not really too much to say about the Vulcans because, well, they're just a pair of Vulcans. They do all the standard Vulcan things. They're alright at getting stuns. Not really the greatest stun accumulation Vulcans, but still pretty good. You can use them while boosting. So, yeah, aside from that, as I mentioned with the skills, you do have the Melee Ox program. You also have a dodge roll and maneuver armor. And I think for the most part, the skills that it does have are okay. I don't think there's really too much that I need to go into when it comes to that. So I'll transition into the negatives now. Some of the things that I found while playing both the level 1 and the 2. So I'm going to start off with the beam rifle for this. The beam rifle does not do a lot of damage because, well, first, you already have a low melee strength, not melee strength, a low range strength on this suit. So you're not going to be doing a lot of range damage to begin with, but I feel like for this suit, it is pretty low for a mobile suit that doesn't have that many weapons to work with. So I do hope they maybe boost that damage a little to try to, kind of boost the damage up. But, yeah, that's really my only complaint with the beam rifle. The next thing, and this is part of the heavy attack, the heavy attack is good on this suit. It does do a lot of damage, especially if you hit the whole thing. It can be hard to hit all 4 swings, but the issue that I really want to address with this is that if you do this heavy attack, you do have to commit to it, because you cannot boost out of it throughout the whole animation. So it does leave you pretty open to getting countered So, you know, maybe one of the things I would like to see is maybe being able to boost out of the heavy attack, maybe during the second swing. I feel like that'd be a pretty good opportunity to let us boost out of it. Kind of like how the Zekuin's Type 1 is able to do that same thing when because that has a 3-hit heavy attack, and it can go 2 swings and then totally not do the third one. So I would like to see that implemented into this suit. That's it. That's really all I have for the weapons. The next things probably would be HP. This is something that was brought up on stream. The HP is admittedly low. It's the same as the regular Dijeh at that cost, but I feel like this suit might need a bit more HP because I feel like it's very easy to have your suit get melted. Especially at 650, there's a lot of suits, just really good 650 suits that can melt you if they catch you in a bad spot. So more HP would be something that I wouldn't be opposed to. Also, a bit more mobility, specifically when it comes to the boost speed. The boost speed is kind of slower on this suit, on the slower end for raids. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think it's 215 for this suit, which puts it 5 above the general Dijeh, so I wouldn't mind seeing this being at least put to 220. You know, having just a little extra boost speed I think would be really nice for a suit like this. What else is there with this? I don't know if there's really anything too else more aside from too else more. I don't think that's a sentence. There really isn't too much aside from that. Overall, I mean, I have been enjoying the suit for the most part, especially at 600. At 650, I think it needs a lot more help than the 600 one does, because I've had more good 600 matches than 650 ones. So the level 2 one, I definitely think that needs a bit more of a focus when it comes to what buffs it gets. The 600 though, I wouldn't mind seeing again like some of the changes I mentioned already. I think some changes to that would be, you know, really beneficial for the suit, especially with the current state of, you know, GBO2 and the suits that we have. But I think overall it is an okay suit. Probably, if I put it on a tier list, I'd probably put it in the middle to 600s and maybe lower for 650. At 650, I do think that version is a bit lacking. It's a lacking more than the 600 one is, so yeah, it's a pretty alright suit for the most part, and again, it's pretty easy to get with the limited missions, so, you know, it is worth it just to have it in the collection. This is a suit that I've wanted for a long time. Like, before it released, it was on my wish list, and, you know, it was a token pack suit, so I couldn't get it then, but, you know, now, since we do have it, and it's very easy to obtain, I am just glad to have it in my collection either way. But real quick here, before I wrap things up, we'll take a look at the win stats for this match. And our Faz did really good, definitely going to be giving them a praise. And then second place overall with 9 kills and 2 loss, not too bad for this quick match here. And yeah, just kind of wrap things up. The Dijeh, Luio Co type, I do feel like the suit is going to get buffed in the future, and I think it's going to be especially true now that more people have access to it. So I can definitely see a buff being in this suit's future, you know, depending on how well it performs and how many people are using it. Again, 650, I think that version in particular needs a bit more focus when it comes to what they can do with it. But I think a lot of the stuff that's been suggested and I suggested on it, I think that can be carried over to the 600 as well. I don't think it would be too much of an issue to really make these changes. So yeah, we'll see, you know, in the future with the suit being more widely available now, if it gets a buff and what exactly they'll do with it. But even then, as I mentioned, I'm still glad to just kind of have it in my mobile suit collection. I really like the Dijeh, and especially the ones from Narrative, I think are really cool. Especially the way they're portrayed in the movie. I absolutely love that scene with them. But yeah, that's going to be all I had to say for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Dijeh, Luio, and Co type. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if that's, I will see you all in the next one. Later.